What do you want?
Tim, we have to do a show this week.
Why? We're in a lockdown. Like, Florida is literally locked down. There's nothing going on. Especially this weekend. Nothing important is going on this weekend for us to cover.
What about Wrestlemania?
I repeat, nothing important is going on this weekend to cover. We don't need to do a show this week.
Well, you're contractually obligated to do a show every week. So, I've got one question for you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's time for As the Buckle Turns. I'm Adam.
I'm Tim.
And this week we've got our WrestleMania predictions. We're going over the ratings because they still happen for the Wednesday Night Wars. And we got to talk about a new championship. Well, more Tim's going to rant about it. I'm going to defend it because I think it's a great idea.
And Tim's going to be proven right in the long run because I always am.
Yep. Nope. Wait, no. I disagree with you on that one. Anyway.
Well, you're wrong because I am always proven to be right.
No,
so
you're not.
It doesn't matter.
You're not right. No.
That's copyrighted. I've been using that on my writing channel. You cannot do multiple no's like that. It's copyrighted by me.
No, it's not.
Through my... Yes, it is. It's copyrighted through me, by me, through my organization, and that's a copyright. That's how copyright works. Not through the United States government. Not at all.
It works because you say so.
Exactly.
All right. Let's go ahead and jump right into the WrestleMania predictions this year. We've got, 16 official on this card? Of course, we're taking it from Wikipedia, as always.
Yeah, let me pull it up. Okay, so I pulled this right off because we still do not know. We're recording on Friday, the first night of WrestleMania, because it's too big for one night.
Yeah.
Not because the world's ending or anything. Not at all.
No. First sign of the apocalypse. 2 nights of WrestleMania.
This was a plan the entire time. This was a plan even last year before Wrestle Kingdom announced that they were going to be doing 2 nights after Wrestle Kingdom 13.
Right.
They knew that the whole time that this year they were going to do it. So New Japan copied them.
Right.
But we don't know what matches are on which night, so we're just going to go through all the cards at once, and then maybe if I get motivated tomorrow or today and I see that they've actually announced the cards, I'll go and fix it. Probably not, because, like I said, I've given up on WWE, so why would I give this thing more treatment? So,
I mean, they still have people on here that have been rumored, leaked, that will not be on the show. They're still on the card.
Yeah. So, before we get into the predictions, let's just make this very clear. This is for the vacant Predictions Championship.
Yes.
The Predictions Championship I upheld because I didn't want to win it back at the stupid Elimination Chamber because WWE didn't care about it. And I didn't want to win it back. And I won it back because that prediction machine that we used, Adam just doesn't like. We did several other ones outside of that, and you still did terrible.
We did, a total of 10, and I only got 1 correct.
Yeah, and then we did more after it, and you still couldn't get them right.
Whatever algorithm it uses, I don't understand it yet. Yep.
But, yeah, so I upheld the championship. I did take the win for the pay-per-view, but I upheld the championship because I just didn't want to. So this will be determined over who has the most wins over both nights.
Yes.
And again, if we have a tiebreaker, I don't have any questions right now. We'll probably come up with some kind of questions. In the meantime, if we don't, we'll just use the simulator again if we end up with a tie.
Okay.
So
I doubt there's going to be a tie this time.
Well, there's 16 matches. There absolutely could potentially be a tie.
Nope.
Unless you go full Vince Russo and just randomly pick things.
I might be booking this as if I was Vince Russo. My inner Vince Russo might come out. I might be swerving like there's no tomorrow. There might be more swerves than at a drift event.
Okay. So I'm going to take it from when I took this from a few days ago. I set this up. So according to Wikipedia a few days ago, the number one matchup is Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the NXT Women's Championship.
Yes.
And the last matchup on that card, according to Wikipedia a few days ago, was Otis versus Dolph Ziggler.
And that is still
Mandy
what's
Rose.
on there.
So I'm assuming nothing really big has changed, only that they have not confirmed that Elias will be able to compete against King Corbin, though we know that they recorded a match. Though they could still decide not to air that match because they want to continue the storyline. But
I mean, that's on the card that I have in front of me still.
yeah, so we're going to predict it regardless. But all right, so and let's just go from 16 and work our way up.
Okay. Let's see here. That would be Otis versus Dolph Ziggler with Mandy Rhodes. Mandy Rhodes.
So the storyline...
I thought she was supposed to be the special ref.
They may do that. They could still put that in there tonight on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so used to recording this on Thursdays.
Yeah.
That's been the rumored. They possibly can. There's a possibility they could. Because the idea is that Otis gets his payback and the whole reveal of what's going on.
Right.
Is supposed to take place, but. Personally, I kind of agree if they go with this. They should go with this direction. Is that you hold off until we have live audiences again and have Otis have that big win in front of an audience.
Okay.
Because that's what a big reaction would be great for him. I don't know if they will, but that's why I would do it, and with them potentially taking a break because of the lockdown here in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
It would be you could easily pick back up once you get back on.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Otis because I'm just going to go with the idea that they're not going to hold off.
See, I have to agree with you. That Otis winning would be the smart move. Having an audience to react to it would be great. But honestly, yeah, just give Otis the win here.
Mm-hmm. And
of course you had to take a bite and start eating mid-show.
I know.
Not even mid-show. We're not even 10 minutes into the episode yet.
And I got 3 more slices of pizza to get through.
You know, it's like you're not even taking this seriously.
I'm not. It's WWE. They're not taking it seriously. Why should I? But it will be interesting to see how they play off the whole storyline here.
Yeah.
With this angle, if they do that. All right, the next matchup is the Kabuki Warriors defending their women's tag team championship against the former champions who they beat for the championships, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. The rumor matchup was originally supposed to be a triple threat between these them and the Divas of Doom of Natalie and Beth Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
I will find it funny if they shoehorn them in tonight on SmackDown.
Probably.
But I think they're going away from it because they want to use Beth Phoenix is going to be involved with the Edge storyline probably in some way. So we can't have her be involved in 2 angles. Actually wrestling and then be in that one. Nope, wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Wrestle Talk actually had an interesting idea that everyone, I think, for a fact, picked Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. One, because Kairi Sane has not been on TV for a reason because she's been over in Japan because she just got married.
Right.
So congratulations, Kairi. It saddens my heart that you're off the market. But,
Okay.
And Io Shirai, who's engaged to Evil. Is it Evil? Or it's someone from New Japan. She's engaged to one of them. I think it's Evil or his tag.
Or Sonata.
Yeah, I think it may have been Sonata now. I can't remember. It's one of those two.
I hate you because now you're forcing me to look this up.
Yeah, because the rumor was people thought Kairi Sane was married to them, and people. I saw a correction like no, Io is the one engaged to them. So that's why she hasn't been on TV because she spent time with them, and then also
her Io Shirai's it's Tank Nagal.
Oh, okay. I thought it was one of those. Like, oh, well. But also, the theory is that the reason why Wrestle Talk picked up Bliss and Nikki to win was because Kairi Sane's contract apparently is coming up, and she has expressed interest going elsewhere. We know the owner of Stardom, Bushi Road, wants her back in Stardom.
Yep.
So that's another reason. So it's and also they just said those two, Asuka and Kairi Sane, are so good. They should not be a tag team. They should be fighting each other.
Sorry,
and having just amazing matches.
Wrong person.
What?
I went with the exact wrong person on that one. I was looking up Mio Shirai.
The fact that the Mio Shirai that is engaged to someone is actually pretty funny, though.
It's her sister.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, hold on.
But still, there's a fact that she's engaged, and to have that is kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't actually see her engaged at all. So weird.
Io Shirai is engaged to Evil.
Evil. Yeah, there it is.
I literally just Googled that. Io Shirai engaged to, and it came up.
I don't understand why Google decided to be like, I thought you were talking about her sister. And you're like, no, that's not. Why would I do that? She retired in 2015.
Google has Steve Corino. That's literally Wrestle Talk's cover for the coronavirus.
Oh,
I think it's hilarious, and they constantly have him like a cutout of him creep into the side when they talk about him. It's hilarious. It's great. So, but yeah, but again, I agree. Like I would love to see a main roster feud with Kairi Sane and Asuka just going at it, just going to town on each other. That would be an awesome feud. But Adam, I answered first the last one, so I'm going to give it to you. Who are you going to go with?
I'm going with the Kabuki Warriors on this one.
Ooh, you're going to go with the Kabuki Warriors.
They beat this team already, so under any normal circumstances, you would have them defend their belt for a second time.
Yep. I'm going to go with Bliss and Nikki Cross.
Because it's WWE and they don't give a shit about, actually trying to stay within a certain, what's the word I'm looking for? Theme? They're like, oh, this team lost to these guys. They probably shouldn't win the next time they meet up.
Well, the fact that Asuka lost to Alexa Bliss's DDT says otherwise.
Well,
but also is... I kind of agree with this. I think Vince has finally got Asuka, and his whole thing is having her just scream stuff in Japanese.
Yes.
He loves it. So he's finally behind her. So, and also, Alexa Bliss is blonde. So you have a blonde. You need to have a bunch of blondes going over.
That's true.
At WrestleMania. So I could just see that. But we'll see. But I'm going to go with a new champions. I absolutely think having Beth Phoenix and Natalya in here would have been a better choice because you could have paid off of last year's WrestleMania when they had it won and they lost because dynamic.
Yeah.
Iconics. The Iconics
stole
it. And you could say, and the thing is, you could do the same kind of thing here, where is that you hit the finisher and have like Io come in to steal the pin, and then Beth Phoenix throw her out, and get the win and win the titles.
Right.
But I will laugh though if they get added to it somehow.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Neither do I, but I would laugh. All right, so the next matchup is for the Intercontinental Champion. This is Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan with Drew Gulak. Adam, I'll give it to you this one again, since I can't keep running my picks into your spot.
Yeah. So what?
Yeah, I've been putting my picks into your spot.
Okay.
So
we got Sami Zayn with Cesaro and Nakamura against Daniel Bryan with Drew Gulak. This one you could see. This could be a Ring of Honor level match.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with Sami Zayn being the guy that honestly can sell getting beat the crap out of. Daniel Bryan can sell having the crap beaten out of him as well. So the two of them could just go at it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying that Sammy's going to walk out.
Okay.
With the championship still. It's not going to be the cleanest of wins.
Oh, no. I don't think so either.
Because what's basically going to happen is that, like, Nakamura or Cesaro will distract... Well, the two of them will probably beat up Drew Gulak and then distract Daniel Bryan enough that Sammy's going to get a attack of opportunity. I'm not going to say a cheap shot, but definitely an attack of opportunity taking Daniel out.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan on this one.
Okay.
Well, I think it is too soon to take the belt off of Sammy. The fact I love Plumpy's idea with this is put the belt on Daniel, and then let him feud with Cesaro, then Nakamura, then a fatal four-way with Zayn, Nakamura, and Cesaro with the Intercontinental Championship, just having amazing matches at pay-per-views with these people. Throw Drew Gulak in there as well, and you just let Daniel Bryan do what he does, and actually pay off his I never lost this belt because I had to retire.
Yeah.
Storyline, and actually do what the reason why they put it on him in the first place was to help elevate it, because they were going to keep Brock Lesnar the champion at that time, and before Seth decided to win it. And so that was, even then they went down, and that was still the plan. Even after we found out that Seth won the belt, it was going to be there. They wanted to elevate the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
Do that now and use these 4 or 5 guys as for SmackDown, with some other people thrown in here and there, to really elevate that title, and then save Sami Zayn winning it again for either the end of the feud,
okay,
or later on when he turns babyface.
Yeah.
And then have him take it that way. Or have Nakamura end up winning it at some point again.
Exactly.
As a babyface or something like that. But let's pay off that Daniel Bryan storyline. I think would be a great WrestleMania moment. Even though no one's going to be there to cheer, so...
I feel that really the Elias versus King Corbin is going to be your major WrestleMania moment this year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, we're going to move on to the last man standing match, Edge versus Randy Orton. I'm just going to put Edge down for both of us.
Yes.
The fact that Randy says he's going to end Edge's career, and Edge has just signed a 3-year contract. So I think that's an easy one. I think it'll be Randy's not going to get obviously squashed in this one, but they're gonna.
No, it'll be. I got a feeling that it'll probably be on the level of the Edge versus Mick Foley match, with Edge still coming out on top here, but it's going to be a last man standing match. Edge is going to just show that he just keeps getting back up. Like, that's going to be the story in this, is that Randy can't figure out a way to keep Edge down, and Edge is going to have to kind of do a John Cena or something, where he basically just pins Randy Orton down with something, and Randy Orton can't get back up because of that. Where he's like, all right, look, kid, I know that you did everything that you thought you could do to keep me down. I decided to go a little bit further. Why not bury you under a bunch of chairs? Why not literally have 2 other people hold you to the ground while while I'm just standing off to the side going, count 'em, ref.
I really think Beth Phoenix is going to be involved in the finish in some way.
Yeah. Now, what I would hate to see is what happened between I believe it's Triple H and Orton's last man standing match, where Orton broke his collarbone and Triple H had to stand in the ring for, I think it was like a good extra like 15 seconds before everyone realized that Orton was not getting back up here, and this was the spot where we were going to end it. Because, like, Randy gets dumped to the outside. He falls. I, even watching on pay-per-view at the time, watched it and went, oh, that was a bad landing. Hopefully he can get back up and stay in this match, but that may not have, this might be where it is. And you see Triple H just kind of stand there for a second, looks down, and then turns around and just starts like flexing. Just straight up, just posing to the crowd for a second. Before, I think, then the ref realized that, oh, Randy's not getting back up. I got to start counting this now. Because it looked like it was supposed to be a spot where Randy gets dumped to the outside and then, takes a breather for a second, gets back up and comes back in. But yeah, that wasn't what happened. Randy broke his collarbone and ended up having to be out for a while.
Yep. And then re-breaking it in a motorcycle accident that, as he told the story, when he called the paramedics, they showed up and like, we're here for some kind of motorcycle accident. He's like, yeah, that was me. And he's standing there talking to him. They're like, I was like, what the?
It's my collarbone. I can stand here.
I broke my, I'm good, but I just re-broke my collarbone. So. All right, so the next matchup is going to be the match of both nights.
It's a match of the decade.
King Corbin.
I'm calling it now. Match of the decade.
I'm calling it the match of the century.
What? I mean, it's a little early in the century for that, okay?
We're gonna look back at this saying this is where both men launched themselves into the main event, where fans are gonna want to see the WWE Championship on them.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to not laugh over here as you're saying that. And
I know you're.
Yeah, I gotta. I mean, Elias, I could see moving up in the world. Corbin, no. It's clearly been tried and failed. He's never going to be above being a high-end mid-card heel.
Oh no! There will definitely be a world title run with Baron at some point.
Oh no!
That means he's gonna be a successful one.
There's going to be a world title run. He is still a mid-card heel.
Yeah,
it's like Jinder Mahal. Come on.
Well, Jinder Mahal was not a mid-card heel. He was a jobber who became
he moved
a world
up to
champion.
Being a mid-card heel with a world title win.
Yeah. All right, I'm going with Elias on this one.
I'm gonna have to pick Elias on this one.
You're going with Elias?
Yeah.
I thought you would. See, I'm going a little twist on this, so I'm putting down two names just in case this happens. So, because I like Wrestle Talk's I can't remember which one of them proposed this. I can see them going like, "Oh, Elias can't compete because of Baron Corbin killing him, because of death."
Yeah.
So Baron Corbin comes out and like, "You got to declare me the winner," and the Gronk steps up and has a match and beats Baron Corbin. So my prediction is Elias - the Gronk in some way.
Okay. Somehow Gronk. Okay, Gronk fills in. The man with zero experience in pro wrestling.
Why not? It didn't stop him when he was a friend of Mojo Rawley's getting and interfering and costing Jinder Mahal the WrestleMania Battle Royal, only for Jinder to go on to win a world champion later that year and Mojo Rawley to
continue to be somebody else's imaginary friend.
Yeah. So, all right, the next matchup is Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley. A feud that no one can understand why they're having this matchup, to the point where Aleister Black had to cut a promo saying, people were asking why them. It's like, you have two dominant forces. It's only natural for us to meet at some point. And I'm just like...
Well, okay, yeah, fair enough.
People have questioned it so much that WWE felt like they had to justify that. But literally having him answer the question. Not some unknown reason, like... because he could explain like they've met in the past and it's time to be, or something like that, and make something up. They literally just had him answer the fucking question. You could have had it even better than that, an even more simple answer of, look, somebody put it down on paper, and I'm contractually obligated to fill in on a match. Somebody in the back decided that this match had to happen. So who am I to say no to it? All I have to say is he knocked on my door. So
yeah,
he's next.
Do you know how long I can see Aleister Black's like, do you know how long I've been hanging out in this back room? Seriously, guys. Bobby Lashley finally knocked on the door. He was looking for the bathroom, but he knocked on the door and I went, you and me, we're having a match. And he was like, that's really cool. Where's the bathroom? He's like, oh, three more doors down on the left.
Yeah. I'm going with Aleister Black on this one.
I'm actually gonna go with Bobby Lashley on this one.
I figured you would.
I mean, it's going to be a wild ride type of match here because of the fact that, like,
to see how they do it.
You have Bobby Lashley, who's a powerhouse in pro wrestling. And powerhouse, I'm saying, is his style. It's pure power. It's like Braun Strowman, Goldberg. It's all about just hitting you as hard as they possibly can and you never getting back up.
Yep.
And then Aleister Black, who's a striking technician, who can just pick you apart with strikes, no matter how big you are. Yeah. So I'm looking at Aleister Black is probably going to kick out of a couple of things, but overall Bobby Lashley is just going to overpower him and continue on this whole see how dominant I am. This is why Lana's with me. Look at it.
The reason why she's with him is because of the sex.
Which is weird because she left Rusev because he was sex addict.
Yeah, exactly.
He liked having sex too much, but she left to go with Bobby Lashley because of sex.
Yeah.
Does no one understand what sex addicts actually are? I mean, if they went with, you've been cheating on me with all of these random women, and that's why I'm leaving you to go with Bobby, all right, that would be cool.
Yeah.
But that's not what...
All right, so our next matchup is for the Raw Tag Team Championships. The Street Profits versus Andrade versus Angel... Oh, I'm sorry, Andrade is injured, and he can't compete, so we're going to get Austin Theory as a replacement this matchup is filling in for the United States Championship matchup that was supposed to be Ray versus Andrade, but Ray went into self-quarantine, so we got this match instead.
We may not even actually get this match.
And yes, we may not even get this match because Montez Ford may have just broken his back.
He needs to get himself a backiotomy.
Oh God. So
afterwards, they're going up to Montez Ford and they're like, Montez Ford, we heard that you had an injury during that match, and he's like, yeah, I broke my back. Okay, well, what does that mean? Where my back? It's broken. Backiotomy.
So I just put down the Street Profits for both of us. You agree with that?
Yeah, you might as well. I don't know how this match will work otherwise.
I will say this does have a better chance of Austin Theory and Angel Gaza winning because there's a white guy in the match now.
Whoa.
Instead of two Hispanics
wow.
and two black guys.
Wow. I want to see how you get out of this hole. Go right ahead.
Well, it's obviously, if you look at the people who keep getting buried on Raw that Heyman wants to push, they are Hispanic.
Now, who would be making these decisions as to burying certain talent?
Vince McMahon.
Okay, there we go. I knew you were going to get to the good spot because at first I was like, oh, Tim, these are not things that you're allowed to be saying anymore.
Oh no, I'm saying I'm not basing it. They're right, but I'm saying,
yeah,
I still don't think they're gonna win. But I think the odds, if there's a possibility for a win, it has improved with Austin Theory.
Yeah,
because apparently Austin Theory was handpicked by Paul Heyman because he sees something in him. So it would be interesting. But I think they're just gonna stick with the Street Profits overall. Because again, Heyman handpicked them and brought them up soon after he took over because he wanted to use them because he loves them in a sense. So
they're exciting.
All right, we're gonna move on to The Miz and Morrison versus New Day versus Usos. Oh wait, that has not been the match. That is a different match. It's going to be Miz Morrison. It's going to be John Morrison versus an Uso in a ladder match now.
So the triple threat ladder match for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship might not be happening at all now.
Oh no! According to the leak thing, it's not happening. It's because Miz is sick.
Okay.
So it was turned to John Morrison in a ladder match versus an Uso.
What happened to the New Day?
According to the reports, this is what's going on.
What? Big E and Kofi are over on the side going, guys?
I know.
What happened to us?
Which would be, if this turns out to be true, it's only one of the Usos, and New Day's not involved, or in the match, or officially in the match. They could get involved in the match, but, not officially. This would be the biggest slap in the face to Kofi, where he won the WWE Championship last year.
Yep.
Only to job out to Brock Lesnar in 6 seconds.
9.
And then not even have a match this year at WrestleMania.
If I was them, I'd be like, you know what? We're going into business for ourselves, boys. We're going to go. Mm-hmm. We're going to just run right out there. What are they going to do? Fire us?
I don't know. Well, at a normal WrestleMania, that would work. Remember, they're taping it, so they could just retape it after they fire it.
I know. No, but from their point of view, they'd be like, what are they going to do? Fire us? We'll show up on another company tomorrow.
I know. There's also rumors of mass releases coming soon because
they can't keep affording just to hold talent?
Oh, I know. Because no one has ever mentioned that on any podcast that hoarding talent was a great strategy.
Yeah, it worked out so well for WCW.
I know. And if you look at WWE, there's a lot of consistencies with WCW in the end.
Yeah. I mean, yes,
a 3-hour show.
WWE's in a better... Well, was in a better financial situation than WCW was when you started to see how bad things were getting for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, hoarding talent has never worked for any organization ever.
No. Nope.
I understand a 3 to 5 year contract. I totally understand that. But literally holding talent to do nothing with them so your competition can't have them is the dumbest thing possible.
Yep. All right, so who do you pick, John Morrison or an Uso?
I'm going to go with Morrison on this one.
I am too.
I'm just... go for it. The way that the Usos operate, though, it would be more believable for Jimmy or Jay to get the win over Morrison by himself. Partly because he's technically a high flyer. Technically.
I just realized that I put our first matchup in the wrong row.
Oh, for crying out loud.
I put it one down from it actually is. I'm like, wait, that's not matching up. Okay, so we're both going on John Morrison. All right, the next matchup is Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. Who do you pick?
Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins. Ooh, singles match.
Yep.
Honestly, I'm still enjoying Kevin Owens as being the voice of the people. And I also kind of enjoy the smarmy a-hole that is the Monday Night Messiah.
It's funny. I wonder if they're gonna let the remnant of his stable come out. You know, the AOP member who didn't tear his bicep.
Ooh, a bicep tear. I'm like, I can just imagine how painful that is on a daily. Like, time to roll over in bed. Oh God, that's painful. It moved.
And then Buddy Murphy's in self-quarantine, so he's not going to be there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like there's really there's like only one other person who could come out with him. So like his entire stable doesn't exist at the moment.
Wow, okay. In that case, I am definitely giving it to Kevin Owens. It's going to end with a stunner.
I'm going to go with KO too. Somehow, though, Seth's loss here will still ramp him up to be the next contender for the Universal Championship.
Of course.
The WWE Championship. And Kevin Owens won't go near that.
Yeah.
Even though he got a major win. All right. We have The Undertaker, which seems to be like the American Badass Undertaker, versus AJ Styles in a Boneyard match.
Boneyard match, man.
Which is basically a clever disguise for a buried alive - casket match, because they thought if they did those names, it'd be offensive to what's going on now.
If someone really did get offended to a match that has been going on for quite some time of the buried alive or casket match, now, honestly, I'd be like, wow, what a casual fan you are. Okay. I mean, there are plenty of things that the WWE have done that have been way worse that you should be way more triggered about than that, which would honestly make you not want to watch the WWE if this being a casket buried alive match triggers you. Maybe wrestling isn't for you. Maybe, that could be true.
Yeah. I definitely think it's insensitive still, even if that's the kind of match, it's still kind of insensitive to do it at this point. But it also allows them to hide Undertaker's fallings in the ring by doing it. Filming it at a different location. So, yeah. But I'm going to go with Styles because there is nothing... He's already lost to Undertaker once before already. And then got costume matched because of the Undertaker. You gotta pay this off in some way, shape, or form to help Alan Jones in a way. And even because it's the American Badass, you can always pay it off. He only beat the American Badass Undertaker at WrestleMania, not the actual dead man.
Yeah, except for the fact that this would be the third loss that the Undertaker's had at WrestleMania, which at this point, just come on, Mark, just hang it up.
I know.
Just
But,
retire.
it'd be one of those, but see, I liked Plumpy's booking of this matchup, where it was an actual in-ring match, and the match still American Badass Undertaker. And the way you finish it off is AJ just goes after his legs,
Okay.
and eventually can't get a choke slam, can't get a tombstone because his legs give out, and AJ gets him into the calf crusher where the Undertaker taps out,
Yes.
giving putting him over in a way that no one he's put over before by giving him a submission victory again over the American Badass Undertaker, so he's not as powerful.
Right.
But this way, this matchup just still pays off in a way that it still gives AJ something.
Okay.
This is he's the third person to beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Honestly, I would book AJ to win purely by having Gallows and Anderson show up and just beat the crap out of the Undertaker as AJ just stands off to the side watching. Like it'll first start off AJ and Undertaker going back and forth, but then during the Boneyard, at some point AJ will start to run away, Undertaker will chase after him, and then Gallows and Anderson will step in the way and go, "No, you got to go through us now." And then they just beat him up, and AJ just comes in for a cheap pin.
Mm-hmm. So who are you picking? Who are you gonna pick?
AJ.
All right. So our next matchup is for the fatal on the six-pack. The fatal five-way for the SmackDown Women's Championship, with such great competitors in it as Tamina, Naomi, Lacey Evans, and a throwaway who should not be in the match in any way, shape, or form, Sasha Banks, all challenging for Bayley's SmackDown Women's Championship. I'm going to go with Bayley retaining.
Okay. This is where I'm going to disagree with you. Because I'm saying that Sasha Banks is going to get it.
You're putting it on Tamina, aren't you?
Oh, I mean, well, yes. Yes, I am. Actually, Owen Hart, out of nowhere.
No. The Great Muta.
No. Santina Marella. Out of nowhere. Randy Orton with an RKO. Out of nowhere.
All right, so our next matchup is John Cena.
Oh, you did put me down for Sasha Banks, though, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. This will tie into Bayley turning on Sasha.
Yeah. Okay, our next matchup is John Cena versus The Fiend Bray Wyatt in a Firefly Funhouse match.
Okay, so this either needs to go one of two ways. One, The Fiend needs to, this level of Firefly Funhouse needs to take what they did with Randy Orton and ramp it up to 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be crazy. The people watching it need to question reality at some point, because that's what you need to defeat John Cena here.
Did you ever watch Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes.
You know the matchup with Pegasus and his
where they get stuck in the Shadow Realm?
No, his whole cartoon type characters, Toontown.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That literally needs to be what this match is basically.
So because
Bray Wyatt doing these toony type, cheesy kid type, gimmick stuff throughout the match, and still just can't beat Cena. And Cena's gonna win, and you do a little flash thing where the Fiend finally comes out and decimates Cena.
Okay. All right. I like that one. I have another way that in the Firefly Funhouse, different versions of the whatchamacallit, the people that not people, but the puppets.
The puppets.
Yeah, you literally have guys in a green screen onesies fighting John Cena, and you just CGI in the different puppets as full-size things. And then in the end, the Fiend shows up. Like, actually, you know what I would like to see? Is that for most of this match, the Fiend, John Cena goes in to the funhouse, and he's just, as it's going along, like it's a constant song, whatever Bray's theme entrance, not the Fiend's theme entrance, but it's played as John keeps getting deeper and deeper into the house. It becomes a little bit more warped.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, like, you know, he finds Bray, you know, on set, if you will. He's about to do a new episode of the Firefly Funhouse. And, you know, Bray gets beat up by John at that time. Bray disappears. We get another version of Bray coming out. This is, you know, the cult leader Bray. John Cena beats him up. And that's how it goes. Until you get to, holy crap, that the only person that's left is the Fiend. And the Fiend just keeps, as John defeats a version of Bray, the Fiend comes in and literally just beats up John and leaves over and over again until finally in the backyard, we get a backyard wrestling. There's a ring set up. And now John is, you know, he's like, oh, man, I haven't been able to actually get the win over you, but I've been beating up all those versions of Bray out that you had in the house. And the Fiend's like, there have been no other versions. I've been standing back here waiting for you. You've just been fighting with your own mind. And then John just gets beat up in the ring. Like, he gets beat up in the ring. Just one mandible claw. That's it.
So, I did like Plumpy's version of this that he did for predicting on fantasy booking WrestleMania. And he said, like, you have, like, the Fiend constantly beating up Cena, and then he gets the mandible claw in, about to count, and then he releases it, signals, the lights go out when you come back on. When you come back on, Cena is now back in, it goes from what he's wearing there, when he comes out, he's into his Thugonomic gimmick. And then the Fiend destroys him, and then locks in the mandible claw again, and then signals for the lights, when he comes back on. He has his rookie gimmick when he came in.
Oh, wow.
Gimmicks. Because the idea was, like, the problem was, like, you stole years of my career because of this. I'm literally going to steal your years from you. And this is WWE way of showing him he's literally stealing years from John Cena by erasing him from history, in a sense.
Okay, that would be really cool. That would be really cool.
So, all right, so who are you going to pick?
Bray Wyatt.
John Cena.
Nope, I'm choosing Bray. Because Bray finally needs to get his John Cena revenge here.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
We can't have Bray once again get built up as nearly unstoppable, and then again lose on the main stage to John Cena.
I know.
We don't need that again.
It was bad enough that he lost to Goldberg.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
All right, our next matchup is Becky Lynch defending the Raw Women's Championship against Shayna Baszler. Who do you have?
The Raw Women's SmackDown Championship.
Yep.
You know what? Becky's going to retain here.
Ooh.
Yep. Shayna is not going to be enough to put Becky away. But at the end of this, we're going to get the massive surprise because Ronda Rousey's going to come back and challenge Becky immediately after winning. And it's going to be a hard-fought win for Becky. So Becky is going to be... It's going to be like when she became Becky Two Belts. Her hair is going to... That crazy red hair is going to be everywhere. And Ronda's just going to look at her and point And Becky's going to turn around and go, "What the hell are you pointing at?" Ronda attacks her.
See, I have been questioning this. If Vince still doesn't think Baszler is a big enough star, he's gonna have her lose here.
Yes.
And then you might as well just send her back to NXT because she'll never do anything significant on the main roster.
Oh, that's exactly what I would do. It'd be like, all right, go back to NXT, and we're going to keep building you there. And then in another year, you're going to actually have your main roster debut. It just so happens that this time, you won your chance to go to WrestleMania.
No, I don't think they're gonna do that. I think if she loses, she'll stick around on Raw, but she'll maybe decimate other people, but she'll never achieve anything. But I'm gonna go because I'm just gonna go with it because I think they're gonna make the change because they have to do something because Becky's been floundering. Outside of Asuka, she hasn't done anything meaningful because she hasn't had any real challengers. They definitely need to break her down because this would be a great way to do it. She finally meets someone she has to challenge her for outside of Asuka. And so she becomes that underdog again, and you can build this back up to a rematch at SummerSlam. But,
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if Becky retains because I've definitely questioned that they're just doing this to Vince still thinks she's not big enough. They've always they always said we're doing this storyline before Elimination Chamber, so we just have to go through with it. I'll build her up, only for her to lose to Becky, and then we won't use her or whatever.
Yeah.
But we'll see. All right, we have one of our two main events, or for the major championships. We have Goldberg defending against Roman Reigns for the Blue Universal Championship. Yeah, that's right. I'm stealing Wrestle Talk's name for the Universal Championship. Oh, wait. Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
I'm getting something. Hold on. I know you were just about to pick Roman Reigns. Hold on.
Well, yeah.
Oh, Roman Reigns is not going to be in the match. We just got our sources saying he will be taken out of this because he chose his health over, WrestleMania because he's smart.
I'm sorry, but the way it was supposed to work, it was going to be spear, jackhammer, 1, 2, Roman kicks out, spear, Superman punch, 1, 2, 3. It was going to be a super fast match.
So, yes, because, it's still advertised as Goldberg versus Reigns. We already know for a fact, and this is not us assuming or there's rumors, Roman Reigns himself has said on his Instagram, he's not doing it.
Yeah.
Triple H has confirmed this.
I don't know why creative is still running on the storyline that this is a thing that's going to happen.
It's literally, in a way, borderlining on false advertisement.
Yes,
really.
Yes, it is.
If this was actually, and you know what the funny thing is? For the first time, WWE is actually pushing, advertising you to buy the WrestleMania on pay-per-view.
Right.
Over the network right now. And you're using this bigger matchup to hopefully maybe people will buy it.
But we know that the matchup's not going to happen.
Exactly. So, I'm sorry. Like, it's borderline. If I was a fan who was like a average fan who saw this and like, I want to see that, and I bought it on pay-per-view because I didn't know about the advertised buy on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And I got it and I found out, oh, Brock, it's not happening. I'd be like, and then I found out they knew all along, I would be furious.
I would be too.
And if I had the way of doing it, I would probably try to sue them over false advertising.
Exactly.
But I'm smart. I'm a smart fan who's not a fan or cares about WWE in any way, shape, or form anymore. So, oh well. The rumored opponent is supposedly going to be Braun. Adam, who do you pick for this?
So my gut tells me that Roman is going to win no matter what. No, my gut's telling me that Goldberg is going to retain because we all know that Vince does not see anything in Braun Strowman. So why put the belt on him for any reason? Honestly, for storyline, I would love to see Braun win this title here and then immediately just hold it in front of Roman. Then very next time that you can put the two of them together, just like literally in a promo. It's even better. Roman comes out to cut a promo explaining why he wasn't at WrestleMania. Or if they write it in that somebody took him out backstage, whatever.
Apparently, it's going to happen on SmackDown tonight.
Okay.
They have something set up, and it's a unique way, because Triple H has said this. He didn't want to give it away, but they are going to take care of this in a unique way for it.
Okay.
So,
right.
Again, this could just be Triple H selling it, trying to sell it, where he's like, no, it's an absolute garbage way to do it, but I'm a company man. I'll put it over regardless.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see how they do it. Again, so you're going to go with Bill Goldberg, though?
I like the idea of Roman. Of Braun winning here. And then I want to see him just come out as Roman's cut in a promo about how, he did this for his health. He backed out of it on purpose and all that stuff. And Roman just stand there up on the ramp holding up the championship.
You mean Braun?
Braun. Yes. But he just stands up there holding the champion. Doesn't say a word. And Roman gets upset about this. And he's like, you know what? Fine, I'm going to challenge you. And Braun just turns him and goes, no, you don't get to challenge me for this.
So
no.
Here's but no, who's your official pick though? Before I go on
because they're still gonna have the Goldberg Roman match at some point. Goldberg's gonna retain.
Okay.
No, Braun should win here. Braun should be the first person to just be like, no, I'm not selling the spear because it's not as powerful for someone of my size.
Well,
and
not anymore, at least.
Or
because
of Braun's size, Goldberg is not able to do the jackhammer. Just not able to even get him up.
Unlike where he doesn't need to do a jackhammer anymore. His suplex is so powerful.
It's a what was it? What'd they say? It was a brainbuster suplex.
Yeah. So I'm going with Braun here, or sub. So if it turns out not to be Braun, whoever the sub is.
Okay.
And I put the same thing for you because my thing is
it's Finn.
Plumpy had a great point to this is on Wrestle Talk when they did the predictions, they all picked Goldberg to retain, and he's like Strowman because when you have a sub like this, it's always the sub.
Yes.
Who wins.
Usually. And then also you make it WrestleMania, and Vince loves WrestleMania moments and surprises. This would be a great surprise. Yeah.
Third, I haven't seen anyone say this, but to me, it just came to my mind. This also would be an awesome way to pay off when we all thought for a fact Strowman was going to win it when Reigns forfeited the title.
Yeah.
When he left for leukemia.
Yeah.
And they put it back on Brock. This would be a kind of a counter again of Roman not being there, Braun stepping in, even though he was already in that match originally. It just went to a singles match versus a triple threat match. But he's Braun coming in and now actually winning the championship. It'd be a great payoff to that because people were actually excited that, again, they did that whole twist of, they're not going to put it back on Brock. He's not sticking around. Oh, look, they put it back on Brock. What the fuck?
Yeah.
This would be a great way of doing that. You can still do the whole Goldberg-Reigns thing. It would be a better matchup without the championship. Do it that way. That can then lead into Braun, Roman at SummerSlam for the title, where there'll be fans there. And here's the better way. If Braun's the one who actually physically takes Reigns out, and do a storyline where it's like he's attacked and injured, and it's revealed that it was Strowman,
Well, you could basically continue the Strowman versus Roman storyline where Braun was just going around beating up Roman Reigns for a couple of months.
See, I personally, that's what I mean. As much as I'd love to see like a mystery of who took out Roman, we all, instantly see, and you guys like Braun gets the shot. Well, we now instantly know it was Braun who did it, and you can even play into that in the story. Like, I wonder who took out Roman. Everyone else had a match. He didn't yet. I wonder who that was.
Yeah. Braun's like, the entire time he starts up he's the one heading up the investigation to figure out who took out Roman. He's like, no, guys, we need to figure this out like right now, guys. Come on.
Yeah. But I mean, that would be hilarious. But personally, I think the better storyline would literally just be, the last time we fought, I literally told you I'm not done with you.
Yeah.
Just because I haven't put my hand, you haven't gotten these hands, doesn't mean I was done with you. I was done with you.
I'm still not done with you.
Yeah. And that would be a great thing. Again, turning him heel right before.
Whatever.
But
Braun is going to be like, he's the next Big Show. He's the next Big Show.
Oh, of course.
He's going to turn heel and face, depending on the situation. And sometimes right in the middle of a match.
Of course. But yeah, I'm going with Braun on this one. I hope if he is the substitute, I think this would also be a great little surprise. And it would be a way to saying, hey, even if they take the belt off him soon after things get back to normal, and he still won it. It is a nice little payoff to his fans who haven't given up, his hardcore fans who haven't given up on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want him to succeed. I'd love to see a title on him. I've given up on him because for some reason Vince doesn't see it, even though when they brought him up to the roster, and the original plan was they were going to set him up as Taker's opponent for WrestleMania, then SummerSlam, and the backlash was terrible. And then Vince literally said, basically the behind-the-scenes stage was, Braun has become a project of Vince, and he was pushing him, and he got his haircut the way he did, separated him from the Wyatt family for that reason.
Yeah.
The reason where they squashed people, build him up as a monster. We got to see interesting things like, spring up, wrestle, like a really kind of fluid matchup for someone his size who looked very stiff, who would crumble if he took a huge bump at that point because he was so green. It would be a great way of saying, no, I'm going to give him a shot here because of circumstances I wouldn't normally do. I'm going to give him a shot. It'd be a great payoff there.
Okay.
But we'll see. All right, our next matchup.
Oh, what did you put me down for?
I put you down for Braun.
No, put me down for Goldberg.
You keep changing your mind.
Yeah, I know. But I have a reason for that, and that's because what's going to happen in the next match.
Okay. Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship.
Drew McIntyre is winning here.
Well, of course.
You can't have two champions, both of your big champions, drop the belt in the same night. It's a Vince move.
Say that again?
So, Vince, when we've had, splits, the brand splits in the past, typically, very rarely would you have both titles switch hands in the same night or in the same show.
I don't know what you're talking about because that was one of the biggest things. On smaller pay-per-views, in a sense, yes. WrestleMania, it was the go-to move. The major championships, when they had two of them, always changed hands.
So anyway, Drew's winning here, and Braun/Roman is not.
Okay, but I disagree with you on your reasoning because it's a go-to move for Vince at WrestleMania if he has two major championships for them to both change hands. I'm going with Drew McIntyre here too because, this is 2 years since he got called up.
Yes.
Way overdue for him to win this.
I'm really surprised during this 2 years where Drew skyrocketed once again, coming back up to the main roster, and then petered out for a second. I'm really surprised that the three-man band wasn't put back together.
Oh, I know. I'm surprised. Like, I thought they kept trapping him in the mid-court vortex of Shane McMahon, Baron Corbin, or whoever was there.
Yep.
Didn't stop this, but like after he got injured a little bit, then he came back. They brought him back and turned him babyface. As like it was a good little. He was off TV for enough time where it was a nice little switch up, and it worked.
Yep.
So, and also, what a great way to pay off a guy who's the chosen one who flopped, got put in a cheesy 3-man band that was just comedy, left, came back to the company after proving a success there, winning your developmental branch championship, coming back, winning this one, and being the first English WWE champion.
Yeah.
There's never been a British WWE champion.
Well, he's not
Never.
British. He's Scottish.
Well, he's still from England.
Yeah, but no, he's not from England. He's from Scotland. He's from the United Kingdom.
Still there. Still works.
That would be like saying that you currently live in Georgia and that you're actually from Vermont.
Well, that just happens to be true on both fronts.
You don't live in Georgia. You live in Florida and you're from New York.
I don't know what you're talking about. You know what's funny, though? There's definitely... An Irishman has held the WWE Championship before someone from the United Kingdom.
Wow, yeah, that's totally true.
2 people, because Finn Balor held the Universal Championship.
Yep. Wait, who's the other Irishman?
All right. And according to Wikipedia, the main event... Rhea Ripley defending the NXT Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair. Who do you have?
Rhea Ripley?
Ooh, you're going with Rhea. I'm going with Charlotte Flair because I like what they were talking about on Wrestle Talk is send Charlotte back to NXT for a little while. Let her have some fresh matchups with the stars down there. She can then put over some bigger stars.
Okay.
Up-and-comer. And that will help draw some ratings towards WWE to NXT. But also, you can just bring Rhea up to the main roster.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I'm going to go with that one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, those are our predictions. It took a lot longer than I thought it was going to be.
It always takes longer than you thought it was going to be.
Yeah, but I wasn't counting on the fact that we were actually going to explain our wins. I thought we were just going to go right through it so it would be faster, but...
Nope.
Let us know down in the comment section what you thought of our predictions. What are your own predictions for WrestleMania? And do you even give a fuck, especially since there's going to be no one there? Because I don't, because I've given up on WWE.
I will still watch it, but...
I won't.
When I watch it, I'm not sure that'll be. It might be in October.
It's going to be like... So it's going to be like Wrestle Kingdom.
I'm sorry, what show? I don't know what you're talking about. Wrestle Kingdom 13 was amazing. Finally got to watch it last week.
Yeah, so let us know down in the comment section what you thought. So we're going to move right on into the Monday Night Wars ratings.
The Wednesday Night War ratings. AEW once again won. Not a whole heck of a lot, but everyone's ratings are dropping, which is weird. Everyone's home. Just watch it. What are you guys doing during that time if you're home? What?
It's called streaming.
I guess everyone's watching something online. Seriously, watch Dynamite. There is new stuff happening every week.
Yeah. So,
sorry, I'm throwing my pens around over here. I'm not happy. But yeah, they dropped down to 685,000 viewers, and NXT had 590,000.
Yeah, so yeah, if you get a chance, watch it because it's better for the live and the ratings right now, and especially with the announcement they made on Monday, which will be primary TV for the next 6 weeks or so. We'll get to that in a second, and NXT actually had a great main event.
Yeah.
with the North American Championship, which was supposed to be a takeover matchup. And you know this for a fact is because apparently during the matchup, they put the takeover graphic up on the banners. So you knew this.
They're like, oops. Sorry.
Which apparently, according to Wrestle Talk, was distracting. But yeah, I mean, you have these shows that are actually live getting new content. You definitely should watch them.
Yeah.
For the viewership and all that, because it really does help them out. And for that. So, but let's get into the talking point I want to talk about.
You have a grand total of 20 minutes.
So 6 hours it is. Got it.
I'll edit that all out.
So Monday, it was announced that AEW was going to. Well, Cody made a mention on Twitter that he's going to make an announcement about something the fans have wanted. No, it was not the video game, but it was going to be something that the fans have all saying we needed. And it turned out to be. You ever want to say something?
Yeah, the moment that they were like, it's a big announcement that the fans want to hear about, I immediately was like, video game? And then we were like, not the video game. And I was like, if this was from WWE, it would totally be about the video game.
I know. So I saw that and like, it's going to be for a secondary title.
Yep.
I'm like, but I hope it's not. It turns out it's going to be a secondary title.
Yes.
And it is going to be called the TNT Championship.
That's right.
Hey, Adam, can I get a nose pinch from you?
I'm not giving you a nose pinch because I like the idea.
Ugh.
You can nose pinch all you want, but your complaint is something that can be worked out. Yes, the title is named after the network. But, awesome bit of wordplay, the show is called Dynamite. You're calling it the TNT Championship, and which means that even if they happen to have to move to another network, you can keep it as the TNT Championship, because TNT is another word for dynamite.
No.
Yes.
That's how you do multiple no's.
Yes. Yes.
So,
yes.
So this is why I have an issue with the name. I get the idea. This of naming up a partnership with your network and all that. It would have worked better with WCW because WCW was owned by Time Warner and TNT was their channel. They were never going to go anywhere. If you ever go to a different network, you now have a title named after a different network. And this is not them. You can say it's called TNT because it's a playoff of Dynamite. No, you can say that all of a sudden and go into WWE territory, which they would do for a fact. But since their whole product is not to be WCW, but be WCW, that did the things they did right, and definitely not be WWE. You don't do that because if you go to a different network and you start saying that, you're going to have people like me who are going to be like, oh yeah, here's your announcement. You called it the TNT because of the network you're on. Literally saying it's probably going to have the logo of the network a part of it.
The logo of the network is actually on the belt.
Yeah. No.
That
shouldn't be.
No.
Even just no, because that's my issue. It's like if you go anywhere else, and this could be 10, 15 years, all of a sudden they end up on a different network, and now you have a championship that has great prestige, and you either keep it, but you change it so it doesn't have that logo anymore, but you keep it because the name of the nostalgia, or you change it, and it's just people like me saying, told ya. That's part of the reason why I don't like the name. If you wanted to play it off it, just call it the Dynamite Championship.
I mean,
it's better that way. But then you can't. Then it makes no sense for it to be defended on Dark when they relaunch that.
Right.
But yeah. So that's part of the issue. I don't like the naming, And yes, I know we've already said it's basically going to be their television championship.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as I'm glad they don't, I'm more glad as much as I don't like the name TNT Championship. I am even more thrilled they didn't call it the TV Championship. I hate the TV Championship.
I've always felt that the name TV Championship has, when it first came out, because TV was new.
Oh yeah,
that it totally
Absolutely.
made sense. You wanted something
yeah,
that attracted your viewers to specifically watch your TV product as well.
yeah. It made sense back in the day.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But when you keep calling it a television champion now, when TV is normal, it just everyone always who brings a television championship in always says the same thing. This is a TV championship. It has to be defended on all TV.
Right.
And then at some point it doesn't get defended 1 week or something, and you just broke the whole mind frame behind the TV championship.
This belt does not have to be defended on TV every single week.
See, my mind frame is yes, it should to establish it as something you have stakes in every match the champion is in, so you're constantly. But again, that should be the unofficial rule in the back that is never said on TV.
Right.
So when it doesn't happen, because it's going to happen at some point, you don't have marks like me saying you just broke your own rules, that guy just lost the championship. Or you literally enforce, because it could be the champion can't make it to TV because of weather, and then now you don't have a championship matchup like you're supposed to. Or that you do what New Japan would do and literally strip that person of the belt, which if they did that, I'd be okay with that. That'd be great because it has to be defended. I just don't know if they would be willing to do that. I think they're more willing than WWE would do that, but I don't know if they would do that for overall. But this way it allows for storyline reasons. You can't have a championship matchup that week. You're not breaking your canon rules that you said on TV.
All right. All right.
So I'm fine with having a championship defended constantly. Just don't make it an official part of the TV rules. It has to be defended.
Right.
Because that is what my biggest pet peeve with a television championship.
Treat it more
and also,
like...
If you're gonna say,
I mean, honestly, if you treat it more like the U.S. Title or the Intercontinental title than a TV title, I think it would work even better.
Yeah, same here. But again, I do like the idea that you have that championship when they first launch it. Having it defended weekly really helps having that be there and be like, you're really putting your mid-card out there to really get over for that. But again, you have options for whatever stories you're telling. You're not locked into things.
Exactly.
But so that I'm okay with that. My biggest reason I have an issue with this, maybe before I get to that one, let me go to my other reason. When you look at the brackets for the tournament, it is very, very clear that people in this are only in it because these are the people who can show up for the tapings because of what's going on with Steve Corino. Yes, I'm stealing Wrestle Talk's name for COVID-19 because I can.
Steve Corino.
Which is fine, making sense of all this, like using these guys. But I mean, like having Darby Allin in there makes sense, absolutely. Sammy Guevara in there makes sense. Cody being in there makes sense because he can't win the world title.
Yeah.
You can't challenge it for it ever again, according to their rules right now. So it makes sense. Having Colt Cabana in there, he has a winning streak of 2 wins so far. Makes sense. Dustin Rhodes in there, or Reynolds. What is he going by? Rhodes. Okay, Dustin Rhodes in there, and great guy, little guy to be in there to flush out with his mid carders. But then having Kip Sabian in there, he doesn't have the best winning streak, or really been used as much on major Dynamite. On Dark, he's been used here and there.
Yeah.
Again, some wins, but he's not as familiar, so that is a little questionable. The Murder Hawk, Lance Archer, who just debuted Wednesday in a match. Ultimately gets in it before he's actually debuted.
Well, actually, I can explain why he got involved. See, Jake Roberts cut a promo, and it scared everyone so much that they just put him in. They put Lance Archer. The promo had nothing to do with Lance Archer. He was actually, somebody just handed him a microphone, and he was trying to figure out where the bathroom was. They told him it was the fourth door down the hall on the left, except for the fact that that's actually where Aleister Black's room is. And they told him, then they realized, they were just like, you know what, we'll put Lance Archer into this tournament. And he's like, that's really cool, but where's the bathroom? They're like, oh, third door down on the left. Don't tell him to knock on Aleister Black's door. That's going to end badly. The universe is going to collapse in on itself.
No, I
Bring
think
it back
for
around
Lance
again.
Archer, Lance Archer would work if you just had Jake the Snakes come in and just say it was part of his contract.
Yeah, that's all you have
He
to
would
do.
get a title, some kind of championship shot, and then they said we're going to be launching this tournament for a new championship, and he agreed to be part. He'd be part of that to be the inaugural champion.
Yep.
Could work. But like Kip Sabian, I just don't buy it in there. Where's MJF? Oh, he's not available right now. So it's one of those things where it's clear, very clear by your selection. You kind of went with who could show up.
That's what happens. Like,
Yeah,
they're stuck doing that now.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're making a good use of what they have, so I understand that. And it's one of my issues with this whole thing right now, partly, but it's not as big,
Okay.
that big. It's actually the minor thing. It's more that it's very obvious of it.
Well, yeah.
My biggest pet peeve is the fact that you're introducing a secondary title, which I am a favor of. They definitely need this.
Okay.
But you also have this championship called the Women's Championship that still hasn't received any real love and is a joke.
I would argue with you on that one, except for the fact that, honestly, for a quick second, I forgot who the women's champion was.
It's Nyla Rose.
I know because I had to look it up. But, yeah, for a very quick second, I was like, did they have a match and suddenly it's with Britt Baker for some strange reason? I just didn't really catch everything that's been going on lately, but did I miss that? It's like, no, I haven't missed anything. Okay.
Yeah, it's Nyla Rose. And that's my point. Like, it's hard to really flesh that belt out right now because, again, of the COVID-19 and everything.
It's who can
you
show
only
up
have so
right
many
now.
Women. You only have so many women who are showing up and are available, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But you could really be still using those women who were showed up and crafting some kind of storyline for the women's championship. And they're kind of doing that, I guess, with Sheeta.
Yes.
But there's still, like, from what I can tell, there's no real story. It's just, oh, she's the number one contender, where there's actually a storyline with everything else.
I think
so.
What's going to happen with AEW for a little while anyway is to get this going, you're going to have a lot more. If Nyla's not able to show up, we need some, like, at-home, straight from her phone promos, where you're just like, oh, we're just seeing Nyla at home, who's just like, yeah, I'm the champion, but I'm self-quarantining, which means, Sheeta, you don't get a shot at this title yet. And you get it that, like, Nyla's just like, no, you can't beat me because I'm not showing up. Yeah. Once things clear over, you and me can battle, but in the meantime, try not to lose your number one contender shot. Good luck.
Yeah, there's ways they could be doing it, and just saying, like, we're going to put this new championship out there and put a focus on it for the TV for the next few weeks, and not say we're going to focus on the women's. Even though there's only a handful of women's there, you could still be fleshing out different stories to help use this time when you don't have as much talent to put over because they decide not to show up because they don't feel comfortable or can't make it.
Yeah.
Use the women you have and really put some stories together and use that time and push this off to when we get back into normal, where you can actually have the championship crowned in front of a live audience.
Right.
Because it's supposed to be crowned at Double or Nothing, and that's in May, at the end of May. And we don't know for a fact that you're going to be able to have live audiences at a show like this.
Not yet.
In May. And do you really want to crown our new champion in front of an empty arena?
Not really.
So
I mean, maybe you can get away with it.
you can get away with it, but do you want to?
Yeah, but the
Especially
weird part is
since they
these guys have been so good at wrestling that even without fans there, like I've been watching matches with AEW, even without the fans there, in my head, I still hear the reaction. Like I still hear, a big slam happens in the ring. I still hear the entire audience go, "Oh!"
Yeah. See, but still, even though you hear that, it's never going to be as good as actually really hearing a live audience.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. Colt Cabana's been doing a great job of playing up to the non-existent audience out there, though. He does an amazing job. Like, that man could probably have a match against an empty chair and win and have no one in the audience, and someone would still just, like, the cameraman would just be like, "Dude, that was an amazing match. Congratulations." Yeah. I believed that there were 70,000 people here and that you were facing off against Hulk Hogan. I totally believed it.
Well, I mean, if Shawn Michaels can go out at WrestleMania 10 and have a match for the ladder, Colt Cabana can easily go out there and have a match for the chair.
At WrestleMania 10, it was Razor Ramon that he had a match with.
Not according to Ric Flair. According to Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels went out there and had a match with a ladder.
Razor just happened to be out there too.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, honestly, Shawn Michaels had a match with Hogan that I kind of felt that it was Shawn Michaels against everything.
Yeah.
Like, reality was just like, no, Shawn, you're going to sell for me today.
It was right out of Shawn Michaels' DVD that Flair talked about. He's like, you knew something was special with Shawn because when at WrestleMania 10, he went out and had a match with a ladder. So, and I still love it when people say that was the first ladder match ever in WWE.
No, it wasn't.
It's not. You know who the first ladder match against was? Shawn Michaels was part of it.
But it was Shawn and somebody else like a couple of weeks earlier.
No. It was a year ago. This was a while ago. Before then. It was Bret Hart for the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh yes, but it wasn't the ladder. Like, we wouldn't look at it today and go, "Oh, that's a ladder match." Instead, it was, the belt was just hung up above. First person to defeat their opponent gets the ladder to go up.
No, it was actually a ladder match. You actually got to climb up to.
Oh yeah, but like they weren't using the ladder as that much of a weapon.
They did, but nowhere like Shawn did against Razor or anyone's ever done since in WWE.
Yeah,
correct. And it was actually Bret who wanted to bring in the ladder match because he saw it out on the other shows, and he's like, it'd be a different dynamic.
The Stampede Wrestling had done ladder matches.
Yeah, So it was a good idea, but yeah. So overall, I'm not a fan of the TNT Championship name. I do hope it does provide good entertainment for the next few weeks.
Oh yeah,
it does give stakes to certain these matches now.
Well, you look over this card. We've got Cody versus Shawn. That's a rematch between the two of them. That's a grudge match still happening between the two of them.
Yep.
We've got Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin. That's a rematch from just a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
We got Dustin versus Kip. Dustin puts on very good matches. Kip also. Lance.
Kip is definitely gonna be a future.
Yeah. Lance Archer versus Colt Cabana. I don't know how. Like, that's going to be a great match to watch. Lance is going to win by murdering Colt Cabana. I'm sorry, Colt. That's how it has to go.
Colt Cabana is never seen again because he was literally murdered, taped on TV.
Even better is because on BTE, there's a constant back and forth between Colt and Kenny. That Colt is going to figure out a way to get on to every episode of BTE, especially Kenny's portions of the show. And every week he has found a way. It's been great. So, because of that, Colt has been murdered. It'll turn out that Kenny actually paid Lance Archer to murder Colt Cabana in the ring during this match. The cleaner has returned, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, God. So, but yeah, again, I'm definitely think this is a championship that is definitely needed for the company. It's because you have a mid-card that needs something that we know for a fact are not going to be world champions, even if they somehow earned a shot.
Right.
Like Darby Allin got a shot because he won a number one contendership. All these things. You need to have a championship that they actually can challenge for that could change hands. And also, one that can change hands more frequently than your major championship of the world championship or tag team championship. Because, well, I loved the Attitude Era when the championships jumped from hand to hand so often because you had a lot of talent deserving of a championship. But it was a little too much during the Attitude Era.
I mean, occasionally you run into situations where you're like, okay, we got 5 guys that are working for the company right now that all deserve to be in the main event spot. So what we're going to do is, over the next couple of years, we're just going to rotate these guys in and out because they're so even with each other that it makes sense that this guy can beat this guy, but then guy number 3 can beat guy number 1, while guy number 4 can beat 2, and you keep working it around like that.
So, also, I think another person who's missing from the tournament, by the way, who definitely should have been in it, and the only alternative person I can think of who should win it, would be the first, is
Owen Hart.
The drunk man himself, Hangman Adam Page.
Oh, not Owen Hart. Damn it.
No. I'm still waiting for Owen Hart to show up at Your Wrestling.
Oh, I don't know if I can. Yeah, you know what? I am going to have him show up at some point. He will make an appearance in New England Wrestling Alliance. Originally, my plan was to have Chris Benoit show up.
Oh, I know. You told me that storyline.
But now that I'm thinking about that, I don't think I can work with Chris Benoit. I've heard the guy chokes. Was it Inside the Ring, Inside the Ropes documentary kind of Dark Side of the Ring?
The Dark Side of the Ring?
No, actually, no. But I do, speaking of that, I think it's this week or it just aired. It depends on when you're listening to this. The New Jack episode is coming up. The final episode of this season, or the final story arc of this season for Dark Side of the Ring, is Owen Hart. Owen Hart will be making an appearance in that episode.
Yeah, I did hear that. All right, so that's my spiel on this whole thing. Well, again, the championship is needed. I think the women's championship needs more love.
Yeah.
And while, yes, it is a little bit more challenging because you only have so many women showing up, you gotta find a ways to flesh that championship out because now you have 3 men's championships you are working on, and only one and it's clearly the women's championship is suffering. You have to fix this, AEW. You gotta.
Yeah.
All right, that's all we have time for today, Adam.
Yes.
I don't know what I was gonna say. I don't know what I was gonna say to you. So
all right.
I'm gonna go to my closing. Comment down below. Answer the question of the day. What you think of WrestleMania 2-nighter? Was it always the plan, or was it other reasons? Give your predictions for WrestleMania, and let us know if you're gonna watch the show. Also, let me know what your thoughts are on the TNT Championship. Do you like the name? Do you don't like the name? You shouldn't like the name.
It's a great name.
And the whole thing, just let us know down in the comment section. While you're at it, listening to this podcast for over an hour.
Yep.
Over an hour and a half. So give this podcast a thumbs up. You know you want to. Since it's right there, hit that subscribe button.
Oh,
Adam,
ding. Sorry.
let's try that again.
Okay.
Hit the subscribe button.
Ding!
Ring that bell.
Ding, ding, ding!
And get bent. Like the dent in that championship that belongs to me. What happened, bro?
I don't know what you're talking about.